Hola! ¿Qué tal, crypto family? Uncle Odd here, going on my cigar walk. Uncle Vigilante, I guess, based on where I'm posting this. But what a day, what a morning. Woke up looking for my usual dopamine hit when I click on Blockfolio. It had been pretty impressive lately. So I'm like, yeah, before I go down and get some coffee, let me check Blockfolio. I'm like, holy shit, I've been hacked! But I wasn't hacked. The market was hacked. I don't know. Shit. It was like slaughter. I don't know, guys, but what do they say? Don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. But it does bring up a good point as a newbie. And what is that point as a newbie? That point is that there's a big difference, huge difference in being a crypto investor versus being a crypto trader. I don't know about you, but I don't have the stomach. I don't have the stomach to be a crypto trader. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, ma'am. So when you go on these roller coaster rides, up and down, what you're going to find is that in the long haul, just relax, man. You're in the game. And the fact you're in the game, that's good. The trend is your friend. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. It might crash down to 40,000, I don't know. What the hell do I know? Except I don't know shit. Hey, did you guys meet my twin brother? This morning? I asked him if he would do a little chart analysis, and I'm not sure if he uploaded it or not. He's a pretty smart guy. He probably figured out how to upload it. But anyway, you know, he's kind of my secret weapon. And if he did upload and you did watch, you've benefited greatly. You're probably a lot smarter and you're probably a lot better looking right now. It's just how we odds roll. Yeah, that's Uncle Vigilante. Watch that video down below. He's a pretty cool guy. He was always really good at math, always really good at art. And he combines those in this crypto ecosystem, and man, his charts are awesome. I look at them and they look like they're all over the place. Kind of like I look at some of these people doing YouTube videos with these massive followings, and it's just crazy. It's like they're always right. Historically, they called everything. And Sven kind of has that same character trait, you know. But boy, oh boy, does he back it up with data. Just, you don't believe me, just look at that video. Anyway, this kind of up and down thing has reinforced something in my mind as a newbie that I'll share with you. And that is, man, I think we're making things too hard as newbies. This is an asset class that, you know, is fairly kid-tested, mother-approved, unless you start screwing around and getting into all of these altcoins. And yes, absolutely, that's interesting. But what I'm seeing in the chats that I'm involved in, and if you aren't in one of the chats, there's a private one, the Crypto Vigilante Summit chat, but you can't get in that one. But you can come over to the Uncle Vigilante chat. Just search for Uncle Vigilante and join that chat. And you can ask questions in there and such. But, you know, we're all trying to figure out these different exchanges and ways to buy Monero, and we're going to talk about all of that. As a matter of fact, Friday at 5 o'clock, the Worldly Traveler is going to spend an entire show with me, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, to discuss Monero, how to buy it, how to use it, how to exchange it. He's such a great guy. I love that guy. He's just one of those guys that if you didn't see him earlier, just go look for Worldly Traveler. But he's just one of those guys, you know, just shit. I listen to his, it's almost like I want to just play his voicemail when he leaves me voice messages. I just want to play him to go to bed because he has such a soothing voice. He needs to do a children's audio book series, I think. I'm going to talk to him about that. He can teach our kids all about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin at a level even beneath Uncle Odd. Yeah, 3 to 6 year olds, get them to go to sleep. That'd be pretty cool. Worldly Traveler, when you do that, cut me in on the profits. Yeah, send me a donation, send me a Bitcoin. Yeah, that's all I need. Just send me a Bitcoin. But let me see, what was I talking about? Making it too hard. I think we just get into Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash. If you have a set of nuts, and you know what I'm saying, ladies. You know what I mean. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that goes all SJW. Figure of speech. But if you have a set, might want to get into XRP. Because if that is, as John J. Singleton said in the John J. Singleton video below, smart guy. If that's going to be the world currency, then the Druid Babylonian bastards, you know, are going to make it a thing after they settle the SEC lawsuit. When they settle that SEC lawsuit with Ripple, which they will, XRP is gonna just go to the moon. It is. I mean, it's trading at 50 cents right now, I think. And its previous highs were $3 to $4. I can't remember. That was before my time. I bought it at 22 cents. So I feel pretty good. Its low was 17 cents. So this is about this low, the low this last year, I should say. But that's about as ground floor as you can get. So I'm holding on to my stash. They're trying to scare me out of it. They're trying to say that XRP is going to go to zero. Bullshit. Druid Babylonian bastards. That's what you do. You know what's coming. So you want to scare the shit out of everyone, run them out, buy up their panic selling, and then, you know, put an order on your 400-foot yacht where you're going to import some Brazilian midgets to do some oil wrestling or something on your yacht, you sick bastards. That's what they do. So I suggest just get into the game. Get into Bitcoin, man. Just keep throwing a little bit of money in Bitcoin and watch it rise. I subscribed per the Dollar Vigilantes Council. I subscribe to this Max dude, his service. He's a good dude. I really like him. He actually is responsive too. I'll tell you a little something. I'll tell you a little story. So I got my about 5 years ago, when I was really heavy into Alex Jones. And he was saying, buy gold, buy silver. I was like, man, my IRA is way too heavy into just stocks. So I asked my guy at Merrill Lynch if he could put me into some physical gold, physical silver, and they can't do that. They can invest in SLV and, you know, the stocks, but there's no getting your physical silver. So I said, screw it. I sent some money over to this company that allows you to do a self-directed IRA, and I bought a bunch of gold coins and silver coins, you know, the good ones. I can't even remember what the hell they are. Not the maple leafs, but you know, the good ones. Just, it's never been that important to me to remember the details. But I called them because I saw that they were charging me their annual storage. And I'm like, hey, this is self-directed. Damn. And I called them and I'm like, hey man, can I sell that gold and silver and put it in a cryptocurrency? And they were like, yeah, we have a company that does that manages that for us. Let me send you the coins that they offer. And it was only like 8 coins, you know, the usual suspects: Bitcoin Cash, Ether. So I was all excited because over the years, Alex Jones was right. My coins were worth a lot more than when I bought them. Certainly worth more than my stock portfolio would have been with that in there. So that was good. They sold them. Now I have a little stash of cash that I can start playing with, I thought. So I called them and said, can you do self-directed IRA with cryptocurrency? And they do indeed offer that service. And so I'm like, bring it. Send me the stuff. So I did. I got it. I printed out the sheet that you have to sign away your life to agree to their fee schedule. And I'm like, what's their fee schedule? Before I scanned it and sent it back to them. You're not going to believe this. And this is caveat emptor right here. Caveat freaking emptor. Those of you who may have self-directed IRAs whose the companies you have it with are willing to get into this cryptocurrency game, buyer beware. I looked at those frickin' fees. You won't believe it. All right, I'll just tell you. I had $52,000 that I bought in gold. This was 5 years ago. So when they sold them this week, that total now is $87,000. So that's a nice little gain, right? You keep it in your IRA. And now, you know my brain. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm believing Max that that Bitcoin could go to 300,000 to 500,000. You know, even maybe this year. I don't know. I trust that dude. He's pretty smart. He's called everything. So I'm like all in. Then I looked at the fees. Now, here's what it is. $500 to set the account up. So went from 87.5 down to 87. Okay, no big deal. They have a storage fee of $20 a month. So like a alphanumeric digits representing a Bitcoin is taking up a lot of storage space, but I'll give it to them. Shit, everyone has to make some money. That's fine. And then they charge 3.5% on any purchase. So if I purchase $87,000 worth of Bitcoin, let's just say, take 3.5% off of that. What is that? I'm walking. I'm enjoying a cigar. You guys do the math. Put it down below in the comments. So now we're down to, hey, let me round down 3%, 3. So let's say that's 87 is now 84. Okay, look, I know where Bitcoin's been. That's fine. That's fine. That's tolerable. And when I sell it, they say that it's 1% when you sell it. Okay. 1% when I sell, when that bad boy's 300 grand. Fine. Well, here's the little fine print. They charge a management fee. Think about this. I'm directing them to buy crypto, a Bitcoin, and they are telling me that they're going to charge, get this, 0.017% per month. I'll do the math for you. It ends up being over $600 per freaking month. Can you believe that? Annualized, Uncle Odd can even do that math. I think that comes to $7,200. Maybe even more, depending upon where Bitcoin goes. If it keeps going up, it's a lot more than that. Keeps going down, it's less than that. But still, that is usurious. That's bullshit. I mean, absolute bullshit. And I called McIlvaney, which is where I had the coins, and told them what I thought. And I said, you guys are going to lose this business. And I emailed the fee schedule to Max. He couldn't believe it. He gave me the name of a company that he's used for a long time. And I put a call into him. They were going to call me back, but no one did. So, strike one on prompt customer service. I'll call them again tomorrow. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they lost my phone number. So I know some company's gonna figure this out and realize there are a lot of people out there like me, like you perhaps, who might have an IRA, that if you rolled it over into a company that allowed us to be able to, without usurious rates, invest that money in the crypto ecosystem, then they stand to just crush it. Now, by crushing it, I thought I can handle their storage fee. I know that storing my gold there cost me $240 a year. Leave it at that with a crypto asset. Jesus. If you're going to charge 3.5% up front, I'll even give you that. I'll give you the 1% on the way out. But don't be effing with me with this bullshit 0.017%. I'm not stupid. And I told them I think what you're doing is obscene, because you're going to have some young guy tell Grandpa, hey, Grandpa, do you have a self-directed IRA? You need to get into cryptocurrency. Can you imagine if they put that instead of your stocks that are trading sideways? If you want to get into cryptocurrency, then your $100,000 by the end of the year might be worth $200,000. So Grandpa does that, and lo and behold, sorry, I'm still getting used to this thing. Lo and behold, I figured I'd get this that has a stabilizer on it, because my first videos of cigar walks, when I looked at them, just added them a little bit. I got sick to my stomach watching it, so I apologize for those. So this has a stabilizer, but I'm really not that great at being able to keep it on my face. So forgive me, will you? I'm trying. So I think that is a really, really bad look for them. And I told them that. And I am researching, and I promise you, I will find the company out there that is fair and who I'm gonna have manage mine, and I'll tell you who that is. And you better believe that I'll do the research and you won't get screwed, which is why you pay that huge annual Sven. Whoop, here we go. Hold on. There we go. My brother Sven, why you pay his 99 bucks a month. No. What you get with Uncle Odd or Uncle Vigilante is free. Why? Because I don't know shit, and I'm not promising anything. I'm just having you go along with the ride, my ride, and as I learn, you'll learn. As I make mistakes, you can learn from them. That's a service, right? That's a valuable service. Let me get screwed first. So, where are we? So I'm going to find that self-directed IRA that doesn't charge usurious rates, and I'll let you know. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, this pissed me off. This pissed me off royally. You guys don't know me, but I'm a pretty easygoing guy until you screw me, and then I'm not. So my wife, she often tells people, Todd's really, really nice until he's not. That's true. So what happened today? Well, when I got into this crypto stuff, my wife and I were informed by a gentleman whom I love and respect, who's been with me on this NOL process, and he had told me about Weiss ratings. I don't think I'm going to cross the street because otherwise you guys are going to be looking at a shadow the whole time. I don't think that makes for good TV, does it? Let me just get across here so I don't get hit by... fuck, there's no sidewalk over here. That's all right. Uncle Odd'll... I'll risk my life and walk in the street for you. So, where were we? So he recommended this rating service that was having a deal in January where if you bought a year and you followed their advice, their investment advice, if you didn't increase your portfolio by 100%, they would give you the second year free. And along with that, they'd throw in $300 of ether. So I did that. Jan and I did that. We actually upgraded to a lifetime membership because, you know what? My feeling was I don't know shit, and I think information is gold. And these guys look like their service kicks ass, and I think it does. But I got an email from the head honcho, Dr. Something, saying that Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, he was going to be on with this super smart dude who basically teed it up like, imagine if you got in on Bitcoin at 10 bucks. There are other coins. Imagine if you got in on Ether at 8 bucks or whatever. You know where I'm going. Basically ground floor stuff. He's like, that is how wealth is created. So I spent a fair bit of money on this service. I'm like, the email promised 3 undiscovered coins, the next Bitcoin. And I'm like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I want to know. Inside information. I want to know what those people that do this for a living, I want to know the altcoins that they're buying. And I tuned in, and the video started, And then it said read transcript. So I'm like, you know what? I love my Uncle Vigilante subscribers. Uncle Odd's gonna just do a copy and paste, and I'll figure out a way to share that with you guys. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Now, I'm never gonna tell you what the service is, and I'm never gonna tell you, I don't want to compromise them, and but if I could tell you what not to buy, like don't buy Monero, I think you'd appreciate that. Again, learn from my mistakes and learn from my information. But certainly don't take anything I say, because you know the drill. I don't know shit. So this transcript, I'm like, okay, I can tell he's basically interviewing this smart dude, going back and forth. And I'm like, nah, bullshit, just get to the coins. I want to know the coins. I want to look them up. So I go down where they start talking about these 3 undiscovered coins. They're just talking about coins that were already in their portfolio. There was nothing new. It was such a fake left go right, because what they wanted to do was say, look, if you want to get in on this and you truly want this guy's service, it's $3,000, but because you're a member, you can get it for $2,500. I went off the deep end. I'm like, now you're gonna get Uncle Vigilante 1.0. And I called them, talked to some normie dude in their call center, and I just said, send me to your boss. And we had a bunch of phone issues, but it finally ended up connecting. And I told him what I felt. I said, I think that was absolutely fake left go right, and I think it was deceitful, and I didn't take the whole afternoon off of work to be able to watch that video and see the reveal to not be told what new coins are the next Bitcoin, just like your fucking advertisement says. I didn't know that you were just shilling for another service. That pissed me off. So I called them, gave them a piece of my mind, and told them that I wanted them to take it all the way to the top. So she took detailed notes. And I said, you know, I've dealt with a lot of early to middle stage companies, and I know that when you start things up that shit happens. And it's really not about problems, it's about how the problems are resolved. So I told them, here's how you guys can make this up to me. You can give me what I thought I was going to get based on your promotion, which was insight into 3 coins that are undiscovered, not in your frickin' portfolio already. They were just bragging on how they did it. They used that as a case in point, that they suggested this within the service, you know, way back when. Well, I wasn't a member way back when. So that pissed me off. Still does. Still makes me mad thinking about it. So I told them that they could make it right by getting back with me and giving me those 3 coins. So we'll see if they do. If they don't, I'm going to check and see what my what the policy is on getting my money back. And I also told them, I said, you know, I'm a newbie and I have a YouTube channel. I mean, who the hell am I, right? Nobody. But give me another month, 2 months, half a year. Give me a year. I guarantee you the sub count here is going to ultimately be impressive, meaningful for people, because I'm talking about something the Druid Babylonian bastards allow me to talk about it, so they aren't going to cancel my channel. Uncle Odd has had 5 channels totally banned. And so I kind of like this gig because I know that I can put in my time and energy and not worry about having it banned. But I told him, I said, look, I have a big mouth and I'll talk to a lot of people about my experience, and this is now part of my experience. I said I would have rather gotten on here with all the people who are going to watch this and say, let me tell you guys, that money to invest in this service is nothing. It is an investment, not an expense. Information is an investment. You need to go be part of this service. It's what I would have done. Not now. We'll see how they respond, but just kind of shows you what's the lesson learned here. When you're a newbie and you're getting into this stuff, when you're promised anything that's get rich quick, or anything that's like super special secrets or whatever, you know, all you need is a subscription to the Dollar Vigilante and the Crypto Vigilante, and I think it's BOGO. I think if you get the Crypto Vigilante, I think it's about $800 a year. I'm not quite sure, but you get the Dollar Vigilante as well. And I can tell you, based on personal experience of dealing with these people for the short period I have, they're the real deal. They aren't out to screw you. They're out to try to help you. I don't think a single one of them need the income. I really don't. I think Jeff Berwick, if he got in on at $2 or before, that guy's probably an illionaire with a B. You know what I mean? So I'm not thinking that he does this for your monthly subscription. Maybe wrong, but I don't think I am. Usually a fairly good judge, but I'm raising my hand saying I just kind of dove into the shallow end head first, like I always do. And I wish I had that subscription back, and I might, but because I told them, I said, you want to make me happy because I have a big mouth and I'll talk about this ultimately. So we'll see. But yeah, that was my day. That was my day. The sun's going down, so I think I'm going to cut this off. But always nice going for a walk with you guys, and just to make sure that my attorneys, my 43 attorneys, are happy. Let me just leave you with this disclaimer. All right, cheers.
I wish we had talked before you shell out that money. You got fucked up. That's all right, man. I've been screwed over a lot of times too, but not on reports though. I've got good reports. Is that they're not, 100% useful. I never paid $5,700. That's really a fucker, huh? They got you. That's all right. The only thing I can say is I'll send you the report that they posted in TCV. I don't know if I might have sent it to you or not. It was not by them, but another company, and they were just using it in reference to the potential Monero in like the next 10 years. Then, oh yeah, I'll send you another one. This guy has some great analysis. He's on YouTube. I mean, I would recommend if you're really looking for something, look at Lark Davis's work. He charges like same as TCV, charge $500 a year, and he has like free videos on YouTube. And he works for 3 other guys, and they're really, really good analysts and really good do great tutorials in the decentralized finance or DeFi space. Yeah, that's pretty fucking. That's really extremely dishonest. So you got to post some kind of review of this thing, to say there's shit, right? I mean that's totally misleading, and that's taking advantage of people's, naivete and lack of knowledge in the space, just to rip them off. But there's I could recommend Smith and Crown. Smith and Crown, Lark Davis. Smith and Crown is online. They've been covering the DeFi, the altcoin space for a while. Like when I started, they were around. Not everything, they do a lot of profiles and everything. Smith & Crown is very good with profiles of up-and-coming projects and stuff. Yeah, sorry to hear that. It hurts, right? It hurts when somebody jacks you like that. I got jacked on something not the same, but something different for $5,000 as well. That wasn't what I expected. I expected all kinds of miracles, and this guy was like nothing close to what I wanted. And so I feel the fade, man. Drop 5Gs for some paperwork stuff and for sort of legal paperwork thing, project like not a contract, but it's hard to explain. But yeah, it was a bit of a rip off with this guy. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'll send you that right now. I'll send you a couple of Lark Davis's picks, and he's got a lot going on. He works with DeFi Dad. There's Chris Black on DeFi, who's really good. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people just take advantage of somebody not knowing anybody and being a newbie, which you got to put a report out on that. Hopefully, they were do something for you to compensate you some way. But that's total. The worst part is they're ripping you off by this, saying to you, "Well, we're going to give you something else when they're not going to give you anything else. So we're going to give you the full report for $5,700, and they don't give you jack." I mean, that's just insane. When there's a lot of free information, they could have just thrown together something that might have been already out there. At least it would satisfy your curiosity and would have been happy. But then they're trying to string you along and squeeze more money out of you. So that guy's got to be such a like weasel, Sorry to hear about that.
Thanks for that. I'm just going on a cigar walk right now, and it's funny. I listened to your message after I hung up my camera because the sun's going down. But if you don't mind, I'm going to insert your message into the report that I just did on my cigar walk, because you know what? It's like if we can help other people as newbies just know where the landmines are, that's what this channel is all about. And I think why people are going to ultimately trust it is because I'm going to get smart people like you shooting straight. And shame on me. No, I'm not going to say shame on me because I didn't know any better, And that's the danger as a newbie. I mean, think about that $5,700 in January, mid-January, second week of January. If I just plowed that into Bitcoin, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look what that $5,700 would be right now. But yeah, I thought I was buying it. Great information. And they do have their newsletter. Seems to be really, really good. So I'm not knocking that. I'm just knocking how they teed up this video today, how they did the fake left of promising 3 coins that are the next Bitcoin. That really got me excited and really pissed me off when they didn't deliver on those goods. So yeah, I have a big mouth and I will indeed report it. I'm not going to say who it is yet because I want to find out what they do with it, because I gave them the challenge of saying, all right, come back to me with 3 coins that are undiscovered, like you promised, without upselling me, $3,000. Oh, but if you buy before midnight tonight, because you're a member already, it's only $2,500. Wow. So nice of them. All right, man, I can't wait to have you on Friday. It's going to be fun. You're going to be my first repeat guest, and I think we're going to have lots more of you. Everyone really liked that initial video, and I think they're going to love Fridays. So, all right, thanks for being you, man. Cheers.
The entire freaking cryptocurrency market has been slumping pretty damn hard today, led by a major Bitcoin sell-off from the big holders. Is the selling for Bitcoin over, or is this just getting started? And are there enough buyers out there to actually step up and keep the price over $50,000 to close out the week? Or could we be about to face a savage multi-week correction for the markets? My name's Lark, and every day I make videos to help you make money investing. So if that is what you want to do, subscribe to the channel, smash the thumbs up button, and click the bell to catch all of my videos.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Yeah, I'll get you a link to Smith and Crown. I can't remember what they're doing now. They used to have free reports, more like bulletins and stuff like that of upcoming ICOs. There's a lot on ICOs now, though. On Polkadot. Yeah, would I be happy to be on there? Well, you know what? Everybody makes a lot of mistakes. I was tabulating with a friend how much I've lost in crypto through scams, and it's like, this is just a scam, right? I mean, it's like they've offered you nothing. and they've led you on, and maybe you have to read the fine print, I guess, in the so-called offer and the so-called hype, but that's just a total ripoff, you know. And it's like extremely dishonest, you know. But yeah, I've dealt with some dishonesty from another guy that was working with my mentor, right? And he did deliver something. It was not exactly he said it was going to be, and it was for $5,000. So I sympathize, you know. But that, you know, you live and learn. Yeah, if you had sunk it into Bitcoin, because there's no such thing as the next Bitcoin. It's just a total 100% bullshit. There isn't anything, not even XRP can come close. And it's the reasons why Trace Merits is about the network effect, the Geffen good, Moore's law. There's just so many factors. There are things that can perform in a different capacity than Bitcoin, but there's only one Bitcoin, and that will be the case forever, really. Because more, you have to meet the developers, which I met personally in Acapulco. You have to meet the teams, and it's really the network effect and the power of the cryptography and the power of the program and the power of the team. I mean, it's like they say, it's the NBA All-Star team. I agree with Chase Marinette. And there are other projects out there. Ethereum has its own space, but in terms of its space, in terms of basically being a store of value and that type of Bitcoin's number one. Everything else is just not even coming close because of the resources you have to put into it, the team that has to develop to have a, you know, first mover advantage in the space, and just the quality of people that work on the project is the highest, the top caliber cryptographers and computer programmers in the world. I mean, there's just nothing else, and people have come to recognize that because it's withstood the test of time. You know, stood all above the rest, while all the other projects, a lot of projects just failed and fell into the dust. You know, just got abandoned. So I don't think people have come to recognize that there's no next Bitcoin. There are projects that do different things, and some might have one singular function. But Bitcoin does have the Swiss Army knife sort of capacity. People recognize that the top billionaires, leaders in the industry, and the tech world understand that.
For the link to Smith and Crown, I'll be sure to include that in the description when I drop this video. Much appreciated as always. And I think the moral of the story here is for newbies. I mean, there's kind of almost nothing wrong with just, if you're going to get started, just invest in Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, maybe Ether, XMR, but we'll talk about that on Friday on how you do that successfully. I just haven't done it yet because it just seems like everybody is, I'm, you know what? It's like almost information overload. And when you're drinking from a fire hose, you tend to still be thirsty because you just don't get any water. And so, yeah, we'll go into that on Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Whoever's listening to this, I think you'll want to go to Uncle Vigilante and just participate. Say hello in the chat. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask them in the chat. We'll do our best to try to answer. Just spirit of full disclosure, when I have a guest on, I don't really watch the chat much, and especially if there's anything in the Telegram chat. I just don't want to be rude, and I want to be focused. But not to say, what we will do is at the end or after we're done chatting, I'll make it an absolute point to go into the chat and scroll back up and kind of read some questions. All right, guys, or I should say Daniel or Nick, thank you again, and we will chat on Friday. Cheers.
Greetings. Used to be named Uncle Odd, but now I'm known as Uncle Vigilante. And as you can see by the fact I'm wearing a gold chain with a Bitcoin on it, I'm kind of a big deal. Yeah, I'm a big deal. But there is one thing that my 43 attorneys that I just hired told me that I needed to say, which is a disclaimer. Don't take any of my advice. Don't take anything that I say on this show or any of my guests as Sage Counsel. Why? Because I don't know shit.